This is your girl Mika, Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance, here live to do an all signs reading where we're going to look specifically at your love life and money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 6th, 2026. Keep in mind though that time is fluid in tarot. So these messages could resonate for your past, present, or future. Also in these readings, the roles could be reversed, so please only take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. This is an all signs reading, so make sure that as you watch and venture through this all signs video, that you check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign, because there could be some messages in any of those natal placements just for you. And don't forget to hit the like button if you like any of the messages that come through on this live or the recording. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because by subscribing, you'll get access to all of these amazing readings and conversations that we have here on this channel. Now, if you're watching live, I highly encourage that you interact in the live chat, just like these beautiful souls here. We have Queen Star Libra in the building. What up, girl? We have my girl Mela, one of the first people jumping on in. She's also a member of our soul tribe. Hey, Mela, how you doing, boo? Good to see you. We also have Allison, who is also a member of our soul tribe. How you doing, ladies? Y'all doing good? So we're going to venture through this reading this afternoon. If I have a lot of energy left, I definitely consider doing some questions later on. So y'all tell me in the chat, do you guys want me to do any questions? Y'all want me to do any questions? Y'all let me know. By the way, who do we have on the live? Do we have any Aries here? Do we have any Tauruses? Any Geminis? Any Cancers? Do we have any mighty, mighty Leos? All right. Any Virgos? What about any Libras? Scorpios? Where you at? Sagittariuses? Capricorns? Any Aquariuses out there? And what about Pisces? Hey, Porsche. Hey, Swaggitarius. Good to see you guys. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. But first, I want to do a poll. Hold on a second. And on this poll, I want to know what you are most interested in hearing about in this reading. Now, I'm doing this because I had somebody make a comment on one of my videos yesterday that I don't do enough money and career readings. So I want to do an official poll to see from my audience, what do you guys want to mostly hear about? All right, so I'm going to start the poll now. So the options are, do you want to hear mostly about, hold on a second. Okay, there it is. About love, money, and career, or advice from spirit. The reason why I asked is because someone was like, you need to do more money and career. But like I let this person know on the channel that most of my audience here love my love readings. Most of my audience is here for love. And so I just want to test the theory. This is like me doing some research because as a content creator, as your spiritual advisor, I want to make sure that I'm giving you the messages you guys want to actually hear. So your voice matters. I do want to know. So make sure you guys place your vote on that poll right there. But as I said, on this reading, we're going to look specifically at what you can expect in love and money this week. And as we venture through everything, feel free to hit the like button if you enjoy any of the messages. Let me know if it resonates, by the way. Also, let's start off with Aries. We'll do love first, money and career, and then some advice from spirit. We'll do 2-card readings. We're not going to make this too complicated since I'm covering various topics in today's reading. All right, here we go. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Aries expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Chariot and the Empress in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Page of Wands and the Sun in the reverse. So someone is going to be traveling towards you, coming towards you, but they're very nervous. So they're going to give off kind of like a go with the flow type of energy. They don't want to go with the flow, but it's like they're a bit nervous. So they want to just kind of see where they stand with you. They're exuding Knight of Cups energy. So they are coming with a lot of romance and charm, wanting to date you, get to know you. Why the Empress in reverse? You know, I think it's because they're scared that you're going to ghost them, block them, not communicate with them. But this person has pure intentions and wants to give you a solid offer. So be looking out for someone who can possibly be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They can also be a Libra. I'm also getting Sagittarius and earth sign energy, which is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Doesn't have to be, but that's the main energy there. Let's look at your money and career now, Aries. So what about Aries, money and career, spirit for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the Tower in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Spirit is urging you to be careful with your spending. Yeah, be very careful. I think some of you guys may have found yourself doing a little bit of spending that you shouldn't be doing lately. And you may need to kind of backtrack just a little bit, you know, get your hands off your credit card, get your hands out of your wallet, out your purse, get off of Amazon. And that's just to avoid a disaster from happening. It's something you don't really want to do, but I think it's like the message of what you need to do in order to avoid things getting worse. But you're going to be okay. I think if you take that advice, You should be just fine. You should be just fine. Any advice for Aries this week? Be patient with yourself. I think a lot of you guys are really putting a lot of time and effort and energy into a lot of things that you may be potentially not putting a lot of emphasis on your love life or trying to get attention from other people. And that's okay. Just be patient with yourself because you don't want to extend an offer to the wrong person. So I think if you are an Aries and you're ready for love, the advice is to move with very intentional steps. Step one, focus on you, focus on getting yourself where you want to be. And then step two, moving forward. So this is about integrity, self-respect. Yeah. Being patient. You know, it's like I'm psychic or something. Temperance speaks of time and patience and balance. Yeah. You're trying to get your energy a little bit more grounded. And the advice is do exactly that. You're on the right track. All right. I like that. I like that for you, Aries. Sounds really good. If you enjoyed the reading, be sure you guys hit the like button. Also, share with me. Does it resonate with your story? I would like to hear from you. All right. We're going to do Taurus next. Remember, guys, no questions in the chat. If you do have a question, feel free to book a reading with me at my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. No worries. No worries. If you're new here, no worries. If we have a little energy left at the end of this reading, I will open up the floor for many reading questions, okay? But I'm going to have to just check in with self and see how I feel. So stick around. Stick around. You may get lucky today. Thank you for wanting to connect with me, though. I appreciate it. Taurus. Let's see what we got. Any Tauruses here? Taurus. Where you at? Let's do it. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Taurus. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What can Taurus expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Swords in the reverse. You know, I think someone is definitely coming towards you. Yeah, someone's definitely coming towards you, but they are a little nervous, like intimidated is the word I would say. So they're taking a very gradual approach to get to know you, Taurus, because this can go either way. Either you accept their offer or they choose to remain single and just disconnect. Let's see what you're going to do about this person, because it seems as if this person's a little nervous. I don't know why. Okay, Justice and the High Priestess in the reverse. So this is someone that you're familiar with. And you secretly know that this person's coming around. That's why they're nervous, because they may have done something to you that has made you go silent and pull your energy back. So some of you guys may encounter this person very soon this week, or this could be somebody that came towards you recently. What is this person's intentions with Taurus? You know, I think they really have good intentions with the Sun and the Page of Cups. to extend some type of offer, to apologize for however they've treated you. They just really want you to trust them. Like, hey, trust me. Allow me an opportunity to try this love thing again. But until they know that you're willing to accept their offer, they can't really lock in. I don't think you are going to accept this. I'm going to just see Taurus. What is Taurus going to do? We have the Ten of Cups and the King of Wands in reverse. You know, I think a lot of you guys at one point were considering this person as your happily ever after, but now you're really realizing that this is an unattainable dream. They're not quite at your level with all this page energy, all this slow moving energy. You don't have time for people like this. Anybody else coming towards Taurus this week, Spirit? Not really. I think you're trying to really get control of your life and get things where you need it to be before you allow yourself to be open to new love. But here they come, the person from the past that you actually know for a fact is going to try to get in your way. You're not letting that happen. Absolutely not. All right. That person could be a Leo, a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have fire here, Aries, Leo, Sag. So let me know if it resonates. Let's look at money and career now, Taurus. Miss Gaga says, Mika, you're here early today. I know. Listen, I just got finished with a client on a video call. So I said, well, why not go ahead and do my reading earlier today? You know, instead of getting all comfortable, I might as well, while I'm in the mood to do some readings, let me go ahead and start the live. And I think a lot of my subscribers appreciate seeing me a little earlier today. Sullivan says, you're right, Mika. It does resonate. Their person's a Leo. What can Taurus expect when it comes to their money and career, Spirit? Money and career for Taurus for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026. We have Temperance in the reverse. The Ace of Cups underneath the deck, Three of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I'm getting you're on a mission. You're on a mission to create some type of new abundant opportunity for yourself that you absolutely are like destined to have happen. So this could be like a new passionate project. This could be a new business venture or new idea or something that you're trying to work on. And you just wish like love would happen for you, but since it's not, it's like I probably just need to lean into that. So yeah, I think you're losing a little bit of patience with seeing this thing happen, but it's all going to happen in divine timing as well as your love life. So it's something about Taurus being patient with the process. Be patient with the financial process, the career process, your love life process. I think Spirit wants you to know that things are happening for you. It's just not at the pace that you thought it would happen. But you're going to be fine. All right. Any advice? Any advice for Taurus this week that they need to know? Four of Wands in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. Make sure that you are very careful with false success, false happiness. Don't force anything to fit into your life that just doesn't work for you. You may be put to a spiritual test this week in some type of way, especially with that past person trying to come into your life, but it's not a stable offer, okay? So good luck to you, Taurus. I think you all know that that particular person is not for you, but that's further confirmation as well. Miss Gaga says, you look cute in your yellow. Love your energy. Thank you so much, Miss Gaga. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the reading. All right, we got Geminis next. Don't forget, y'all, to include your vote in my poll. I'm doing some research. I need to know, do you guys prefer hearing about love, money and career, or that advice from spirit? So far, love is definitely on your mind, collective. Which is why I told this person that left a comment yesterday, most of my subscribers want to hear about love on this channel. Hello. Let's do it, Gemini. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Gemini expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Wands in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Hermit and the Three of Wands. Someone is really feeling like they need to get some type of control of the situation you and them share. So by holding back from you, it may be the solution to their problem. Yeah, this feels like the silent treatment. This definitely feels like the silent treatment from a very immature person that needs to see where they stand with you. And they're not revealing to you how they're affected by you holding back from them. They feel disrespected, undervalued, and they're trying to make sense of this situation. How does Gemini feel? Let's look at that. Okay, yeah. You feel like silence is warranted. Protecting yourself and protecting your peace is the priority. And you're a little pissed off that this person had the audacity to reach out to you when they did and then pull their energy back to play some kind of head game and mind game with you. Any new people coming towards Gemini? Some of you guys may be communicating with someone new. I am getting that at the same time that someone else from your past is trying to reach out. Remember, time is fluid in tarot, so all of this could be something that has happened recently or will be happening. Whoever's communicating with you, they are definitely playing the victim. So I don't think this is somebody that you're going to be pursuing heavy. I think you're going to realize that they are someone who is a disaster waiting to happen. Something about a disaster. Yeah, not good. The past person or the new person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have earth sign here, pretty dominant, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and I have Pisces. Let me know if it resonates. Let's look at money and career now. So what about Gemini's money and career spirit for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Page of Cups and the Sun. Underneath the deck, we have the Hierophant and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So, you know, I think a lot of you guys are creating new opportunities for yourself. So this could be many of you guys being enlightened or inspired to doing something different with your business, creating a business, or in the workplace. That's going to make you feel like you're setting yourself up for a new abundant opportunity. Yeah, I think you're not too motivated to put a lot into this because you're unsure, but this is your green light to go ahead and do it. So whatever is kind of like having you second guess this, just go out and do it. It's different for all of you because Spirit is saying, you know, you are holding your own self back from this thing from happening because it has great potential. Yeah, it's like something that you've been thinking about for a long time. You just need to put it into action and practice, and you're going to see success with this thing. Very good. Very good. So what advice do we have for Gemini then this week? Just in general. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Cups with the Lovers in the reverse. Some of you guys may feel like your love life is kind of kapooey. You know, you've been trying to manifest love into your life, but this is the energy of Spirit saying that you have to recognize red flags in people. You have to be very aware of what your non-negotiables are before you allow yourself to be stuck in karmic cycles. There's a part of you that is very generous when it comes to love situations, and you may be, in fact, giving yourself to the wrong people. So this isn't advice. This is not for everybody, but for those that need it the most, you got to get out of your own way. So you got to move different to see different. Find people who are willing to work with you and not against you. And don't overthink people who's being players or inconsistent or in and out. Those are all indicators of people that you can't take seriously. Good luck to you, Gemini. I hope that helps. Let me know if it resonates. Are y'all there? You guys are so quiet. I see all of you here on the live, but nobody's saying anything in the chat. Are y'all enjoying the reading so far? Anybody? Everybody? If you are, make sure you guys double tap your screen. I decided to come on a little early, so show your girl some love. Show your girl some love. Sullivan likes it. Nella likes it. Happy Sunday, y'all. All right, Cancers, you're up. Let's do it. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, Coco. Kim says she always enjoys my reading. A lot of Cancers here. I love it. I love it. Cancers, let's do this. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Cancer expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have, the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, Cancer, and the Queen of Cups. Looky, looky. We got a winner. Underneath the deck, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you got someone that really is seeing your worth and value. Yes. And they really want to extend a romantic offer to you. Yeah, they see you as someone who's very loving, very kind, very sweet. This person can also be the romantic type. They can also be a fellow water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Now, if you're a Cancer and you're at the house and you're not putting yourself out there, you're not going to meet this person, okay? You're just not going to meet them. Tell me more about this wonderful person here, Spirit. Yeah, they are someone who is nervous. And they're nervous because they really like you. So they're not going to come off strong. It's going to feel very subtle, but they're very sure about you. Yeah, they're very sure about you. And if they can run off into the sunset with you tomorrow, they're all for it. Like if I can go in and run off and be with my Cancer tomorrow, I want to, but I don't want to scare Cancer off. So I'm going to avoid giving that let's be in a relationship offer too quickly. And I'm going to take my time. Be careful, Cancer, with believing that this is too good to be true. I think some of you guys are going to feel like this is someone that is not giving you a genuine offer. And you may end up scaring them off because they are nervous about that. Yeah. And I can potentially see that a lot of you Cancers may have dealt with people in your past who were not giving you good offers, right? So this is like a refreshing, beautiful opportunity. And you may feel like, wait a second, is this person being for real? Yeah, they're being for real. So yeah, deep down in your mind, you're just not sure. Any advice for Cancers on this, Spirit? We have the Three of Swords and the Fool in the reverse. Yeah, you're going to end up breaking your own heart, Cancer, when you find out that this person actually was a good person. Yeah, a lot of you guys are going to be holding back and miss out on this opportunity. Some of you guys will embrace it, others will not. So it just depends. It depends. Yeah, it's a disaster waiting to happen if you run from this. That's why I say this is someone who's going to pull their energy back. They're not going to be aggressive because they can see the fear. They can feel how nervous you are. But trust me, they're being genuine. Yeah, with the Devil, you definitely feel like, I know this person has some trick up their sleeve. They're not being genuine, Mika. I know it. But they are. They are. Breath of fresh air says, I feel that way about the Cancer I'm interested in. LOL. She's a Scorpio. So there you go. They got somebody that actually met this person that knows I'm telling the truth. So there you go. All right, let's keep going. Let's look at your money and career, Cancer. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Cancer's money and career. What can Cancer expect in their money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Three of Cups with the Seven of Cups. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Six of Swords. Be careful with people, excuse me, that you work with or clients that you're working with that may be stagnating your growth or stagnating opportunities for growth in your business or with your career. Make sure you surround yourself with people who are going to add value to you. Because I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to get promoted, or you're trying to see your business thrive or grow, or you're just trying your best to focus on your career and get your money where you want it to get to. But you may be connecting with the wrong company or wrong people or wrong clients. So it's something about people that you're associating with that may be messing you up with that goal. And it may cause you to feel a little discouraged. So just think about that, whatever that looks like for you. All right. I leave you with some advice from Spirit, Cancer. What advice do we have for Cancer for this week? We have the Two of Wands and we have the Sun in the reverse. Yeah, this is going on to talk a little bit about building your confidence. I think a lot of you guys are having to face a very important decision when it comes to your career, your love, whatever. When you're faced with this decision this week, do it confidently and don't do it with nerves or anxiety or fear. And I think that's very true with the love reading as well as your career reading. You know, there's one thing that I will say that Cancers are, and you guys are very loving people, but we got to have boundaries, but we also can't ignore good people as well in love. So that's what I have for you. Miss Gaga says, you're right, Mika. Yes, I am leaving my side job. They won't schedule me more, even though I've been performing well. See, there we go. So that's what I'm saying. Something about people you're working with, Cancer, your career or something is stagnating your growth. So there you go. Further confirmation there. Okay, mighty, mighty Leos are next. Do we have any Leos here? Mighty, mighty Leo. Sullivan's in the building. He's a mighty, mighty Leo. Hey, Lady Sandy. How you doing, boo? Good to see you. Listen, guys, don't forget that I do offer personal readings at my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. So if you have a dying question, please hold those questions for a personal reading session with me. No questions in the chat. No questions in the chat. So click on that link to book your session with me. I may do a few mini readings following this 12 zodiac sign read. So stay tuned. We'll see how I feel. Of course, it'll be a fee if you're interested, but we'll see. Here we go, Leos. Latricia is a big Leo, representing with big Leo energy. I heard that, honey. I heard that. Let's do it. Spirit, tell me a little bit about mighty, mighty Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Leos expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the King of Cups, the Hangman in the reverse. Why the Hangman in reverse? Okay, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups in reverse with the Emperor in the reverse. So this is someone you have history with, Leo, who has a lot of emotions and love for you that they can't deny. They're scared to let you go. But this is also the very person who just never really gave you a solid offer. So they can feel the love all they want to, right, Leo? But you're saying, listen, if you want me, then you need to come get me. You need to commit to me. You need to build with me. The reason why they feel this way, or they're wanting to extend some type of love offer, is because they can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop yearning for you. No matter if they're talking to other people, doing other things, it's like it's eating them alive. They can't sleep. They're like, please just stop bothering me. Why is Leo still on my mind? What does this person want with Leo, Spirit? Yeah, they want your forgiveness. If this person had words, they would say, I made a lot of bad choices. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly. I really didn't want to walk away. I really didn't want to push you away. I thought I did, but I didn't. It was just a bad decision. I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have. I think you have really humbled this person and made them realize what they lost. You know, you're someone with a lot of worth and value that they now see. No one compares to you, right? No one compares to the type of connection you shared with this person. How does Leo feel about this? We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. You're tired of giving, investing, supporting, being the relationship. It felt very one-sided for you. And you just don't want to keep pouring all that you have into someone who doesn't appreciate the effort. I think deep down you still have a little desire, passion for them. But logically speaking, I think you're moving on to better things. So this week or in the near future, Leo, I can see you ignoring this person and beginning to meet new people, beginning to collaborate with others, dating or spending more times with friends, family, just other people to help you get over the foolery here because you feel like this person is foolish. Yeah. Yeah, this is not what you want to do. It's what you have to do because you demand respect. Absolutely, you do. All right. This person could be a Libra, an Aries, a Taurus, a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Gemini. Could be any sign, of course. That's the main energy. If you're a cross watcher, a Leo could have done this to you. Marie says, yeah, definitely, Mika. So let's look at your money and career now, Leo. Spirit, tell me a little bit about mighty, mighty Leo. Money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026. What can they expect? We have the Fool in the reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. Why the Fool in reverse? Three of Cups, okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so a lot of you guys don't really want to be productive. I'm getting a little bit of a lazy energy for you this week, Leo. You rather just kind of chill, hang out with friends, family, prioritize fun rather than work. You'll get to all the important stuff later. I think you know that success and stability and financial freedom or wherever you're trying to accomplish, whatever financial goal you're trying to accomplish, that Ten of Pentacles is coming. So I can feel the need for a lot of you Leos to just kind of sit back and chill for a little bit. Yeah. You may be putting a lot more emphasis on making sure that you don't make any type of impulsive decisions or bad moves moving forward. So you're just like, you know, when it comes to me and when I'm ready, I'm gonna do it. But right now I'm just chilling. What does that mean for Leo? You know, to avoid any issues. So this could be, for some of you, this could be like a new business venture or new idea you want to do with your business. You're just kind of analyzing and just like, we'll see. If it's you actually deciding to potentially go and find another job, if you work for someone, you're kind of waiting until you find something better. So it's just like you're not in a rush for anything. I don't know who that message is for, but that's what I have. All right. Advice. Advice for Leos. What will Leos need to know for the week of August 2nd through August 9th moving forward? We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Empress in reverse, and the Hierophant in the reverse. So, you know, pay attention to where you are in your life and where you want to go. If you're not satisfied with what you got going on in your life, do something about it. That's the advice. Do something about it. If you're not satisfied with your money, don't just sit back on it. Actually do something about it. If you're not satisfied with your love life, do something about it. It's kind of like your energy is very nonchalant right now. And because of that, for a lot of you, a lot of you Leos are just kind of like doing your own thing. So you're just with the Nine of Pentacles, like chill, doing your own thing in your own zone, want love, but then being disappointed by love. But it's like, well, if you want love, you got to put yourself out there. You got to date. You know what I'm saying? If you want better with your career, you got to make money moves. Like, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's something about you're just like, I'm chilling. Like, come on, Leo. Come on. So let me know if it resonates. I don't know who that's for, Leo. Yeah, Michael says, yeah, I'm fine with me. That's what I'm getting, Leo. You just chilling. But I don't think you're satisfied with where your life is. Like, it's something about your energy that just feels like, dang, man, I wish this. I wish that. And that's okay. That's okay. Just, you know, move a little. Virgos are next. Marie says, Mika, you are incredibly beautiful. Thank you so much, Marie. She says, but you seem to get more beautiful each time I catch a live. Fountain of youth. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. And Lamel says, very beautiful woman. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, self-care is key. Always. Self-care, self-love. And I've been really practicing that lately. Self-care, self-love. I've always been leaning into making sure I'm good, but I can find myself as a spiritual guide, healer, teacher, all the things that I do. It's about serving other people every single day. So, you know, my goal is to always make sure I look out for myself. And, you know, I had my surgery in June. So when I had my surgery in June, that allowed me to, you know, do something nice for myself. And then, of course, I always do my nails. I make sure my hair is right, my makeup. I just want to feel, you know, something about women. When we feel beautiful, we move different. Our vibe is different. And no matter how I'm looking, I'm still me. You know, it's like, hey, it is what it is. And it's funny because when I date people, people are like, man, you're so cool, down to earth, you chill. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to be cute. You know, I'm going to step out. But I'm still going to always be Mika. I'm always going to be chill no matter how much success I have in my life, no matter how many degrees I've earned in my life. I've always been that chick that's just down to earth and chill. Always. So yeah. So thank you guys for that. But it does work, ladies, fellas, working on yourself and doing the spiritual work. It really shows out externally. So important. Lee says, I need to behave. You a mess. All right, let's do a Virgo. Let's do it. Thank you, Kim. You're so sweet. You're beautiful too, Kim. You're always so kind. Always sending me those kind comments. Remember, guys, to always be sure to save your questions for personal reading. So no questions in the chat, no questions in the chat, okay? Make sure that you guys ask your questions by booking a reading at my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. Link's right there, guys. I may do a few readings though. Seriously, I may do a few after Pisces, so stay tuned. Thank you, Michael. Michael says, you look good. Thank you. All right, Virgo, let's do this. We rolling today, y'all. We rolling. I may have a little energy to do some mini reads. We rolling. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Virgo expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Queen of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is like one of those energies, Virgo, of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You know, like, dang, I shoulda, I coulda, I woulda. They miss you. They miss your love, your compassion, your empathy. So they're trying to come up with a better way to convince you that they're a changed man or woman. That they're no longer toxic, that they have redeemed themselves and they have become romantic, loving, caring. The problem this person has had is stagnation. They've waited too long to come toward you to make things right. But now they see that they should have been fair. They should have done right. The Hierophant speaks of lessons, learning. They learned a lot from you, learned a lot about themselves. They were not very aware of what they had when they had it. How does Virgo feel about this person? Yeah, you feel like you need to drop them because this person is too much work. Way more work than what you signed up for. And if it requires you to be alone, so be it. As long as you're detaching from someone who's neglecting you anyway. Why settle when I can do all bad by myself? That's your motto, Virgo, you know, like I'm not going to just settle. Anybody new coming towards Virgo besides this past person? You know, Virgo, a lot of you Virgos could definitely be waiting for the right person to come into your life. And I can tell a lot of you Virgos, no matter the gender, male or female, have a lot of strong, independent energy. You don't need to depend on anybody to take care of you. You can do that for yourself. So all you're looking for is someone to add value into your life. You have everything you need. You just need a fair, reciprocal, loving experience. And that's something this person was not giving you. I think a lot of you guys may be encountering some love situations that are just not good enough for you because, like I say, you're here with it. You have a lot of worth and value. You're aware what you bring to the table, so why settle? I don't blame you. But some of you will try to date. Others of you will just say, I'm going to focus on myself. Either way, I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to be significant because there's challenges associated with people who can't measure up to the level of what you need them to measure up to. And that's just facts. Facts on facts on facts. All right. Past person or new person you're connecting to could be an Aquarius, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have Sagittarius and Capricorn and Taurus. Doesn't have to be that energy, but it's just energy. No particular signs. Let's look at money and career now, Virgo. So Spirit, tell me a little bit about Virgos, money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026. What can they expect in their money and career? We have the Star, the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Chariot in reverse and the 10 of Wands. You have a lot of unfinished business that you need to get accomplished. So this may be also weighing heavily on your mind. I'm also getting a lot of you guys are just kind of focusing on yourself, your healing, your growth, things that you need to get done. I'm just getting unfinished business. So when it comes to your money and career, you're allowing yourself the grace to focus more on you than your money and career. I don't feel like your money and career is an issue. I think right now it's like your mental state, your emotional state is the priority. Yeah, it's like taking time for yourself. So, you know, most Virgos are pretty good when it comes to money and career. So I don't see that being a big issue for you. If it is, it's just not the main thing coming up in your energy. Yeah, opportunities are fine for you. I just think that you need to be in alignment with yourself, and you need to kind of like go within. I'm getting like big hermit mode energy going on with you, Virgo, and allow yourself to just kind of get clear about a lot of things before you actually do anything else, which is fair. You know, nothing's wrong with that. A lot of hermit mode energy. So, you know, it's nothing wrong with your career though, or money. I feel like it's smooth sailing. It's just really about healing right now for you. Yeah, Marie says, I was right, focusing on myself after all. I believe we attract similar energies. And honey, I nearly died with what he put me through. Never again, ever carving out time to heal. Yeah, that time to heal is so important. And a lot of people miss it. Some people think going into hermit mode or spending time alone is a curse, and it's not. In fact, it's very healthy. Sometimes we need that time alone to just unpack some things, to think very clearly. So I'll leave you with this, Virgo, advice from Spirit. What advice do we have for Virgos moving forward this week? We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. You know, I think you're realizing that by walking away from people that no longer serve you and that keep hurting you or letting you down is actually going to lead to a lot of peace, abundance, and emotional stability and security in your life. You may have found that after you disconnected from this past situation, that you feel more stable, you feel more grounded, you feel more level-headed and more, you know, like almost your nervous system has been regulated. And Spirit is saying, if that's the case, that is the confirmation you're on the right path. It's not fair to you. It doesn't feel fair, but sometimes we have to create that closure for ourselves because unfortunately, some people just will never apologize. Some people will never admit they're wrong. And we have to just make ourselves disconnect, let go, and let God. right? All right. That's what I have for you, Virgos. Let me know if it resonates. We have Libras next. Patricia said, what surgery, Mika? Well, I had surgery in June for skin removal. So I lost a significant amount of weight, and I had some skin on my arms that were kind of like dangling a little bit. I had bigger arms. So I ended up having skin removal surgery on my arms, on both arms. And as you guys can see, I still have the scar. Y'all see my scar? I'm still supposed to have my compression garments on, but I'm wearing it so I can be cute for the live. But yeah, I still have the scars from them cutting the skin and removing and lipoing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm still sore. I'm still recovering. But I feel confident. I feel beautiful. And I'm happy that I did the procedure. So it was basically an arm lift. Now, these are not bruises. These are markings from like a previous, like a scab or something that I had on my arms. And so I'm using bleaching cream to kind of address that. So that's not really the surgery. This scar is the surgery. So yeah. Sorry y'all saw my little hairy armpits. I need to shave. But you know, we keep it real on this channel. Like I said, I have to wear compression garments, so nobody gonna see my hairy armpits but y'all. No, both of them are like markings from like scabs. These are not bruises. These are like scabs. So I'm using bleaching cream to get rid of the little like scabs. They're like little markings. These are not bruises. They look like bruises, but they're not. Yeah. That was there before I even had the surgery. So I'm working on getting those taken care of. All right. We got Libra next. And my plus size girlies that lose a lot of weight, you know what I'm talking about. When you lose a lot of weight, you end up having the skin. And that's part of the weight loss journey, is removing the skin, you know. So that was one of the things that I needed to get done. And I'm happy I did it. All right, Libras, let's do it. And by the way, I had this surgery June 1st. So considering I had the surgery June 1st, my scars look really good, don't they? You can barely tell. So it's like I'm about 6, maybe 7 weeks out from surgery. But it looks good, doesn't it? You can barely tell that I had skin removal. Doesn't it look good, y'all? Yeah. I told my surgeon, I said, I'm a good patient. I actually follow your instructions. I've been using creams and things to make sure that it heals properly. So yeah. It is starting to fade. Yeah. So it's only been about 7 weeks since the surgery. So you can imagine how amazing it's going to look, you know, months from now. It's probably going to be practically invisible. But you can kind of see right here. Yeah, the bruising right here. Yeah. Not really bruising, but it's still predominant, the scar. But up here, it's pretty good. So I'm still working on some parts. All right, let's do this, Libra. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Libra expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? Ooh. We have the 9 of Wands in the reverse. And we have the 5 of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Star in the reverse, and we have the Moon in the reverse with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So this is someone who is kind of feeling disappointed that they have to kind of give up on this and give up on you, but they have no choice. That's what they're feeling like. Yeah, they're devastated by this ending. This could be someone that's been trying to make attempts to contact you, reach out to you, fix and repair things with you. And since you're not responding or you're not accepting their offer, they feel devastated. Like they have to move on, but they don't want to. Yeah, with the 2 of Wands, the Page of Swords in reverse, this is someone that's kind of telling themselves, I have to move on, but I don't want to move on. I really want Libra. So they're not totally closing the door on this relationship with you. They're just trying to work on trying to find your replacement because they can see you're not budging. How does Libra feel about this person? We have the King of Wands in reverse and the World. You feel like this is a player and you're wanting to end a relationship with someone who's very in and out and inconsistent in your life. You don't like how this person just comes in and out of your life as they please. And you just want to bring an end to this cycle. A lot of you Libras have already ended this a long time ago and you're ready to move forward. But is there anybody else coming towards Libra this week? With the Star in the reverse and the 3 of Cups in reverse, a lot of you guys, you know, just feel like you need to spend more time alone. But you also don't want to be alone. So it's a very conflicting energy, Libra. As much as you're saying you don't want to be with this person, you still kind of feel tempted to go back to them. You're very fickle. And I think it's because they keep pursuing you, so you question what is their true motives and intentions. So when it comes to new love, a lot of you guys are just not receptive to it because you keep thinking about this person and what are they doing? What are they up to? What are they trying to pull? You just don't understand it. It's a very toxic attachment you have with them, even though you know this relationship never works. It's a very deep-seated karmic cycle that is hard to shake. If this is your reading, Libra, you may have even said, you know, this person's bad for you, but you just really have a hard time or had a hard time letting it go. But you forced yourself to let it go, but you still may think about them a lot. That's what I'm getting. I don't feel like you want to be with them, but you still kind of think about them or fantasize about them, something like that. So with the 7 of Pentacles, you're working hard on something that's going to be very substantial. That's your goal. But I don't really see that happening for you this week because energetically speaking, Libra, you're kind of putting a blockage from allowing new energy to come in on a spiritual realm or spiritual level. So you've got to really cut the energetic cord and allow yourself to break free and just let it go. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to kind of stagnate your progress from allowing new love to come into your life. That's why, you know, we talk about soul ties a lot in the spiritual community and how significant soul ties can be. They can be very addictive and they can be something that is hard to shake. So that's why we have to be careful with who we give our energy to. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to let go. Let's look at money and career now, Libra. Bella says, okay, I see you, girl, flying through these readings today. Girl, I got to. I got to. It's a lot of information I got to read today. All right, here we go. So Spirit, tell me a little bit about Libra's money and career. What can Libra expect in their money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Okay, with the Justice in reverse. Okay. Whatever you have going on in your career, you don't feel like you are where you want to be. This could be your career or your money, just your financial situation. I think you have a lot of goals for yourself that you're trying to accomplish because you have a lot of things going on. You're carrying a lot of burdens, so you can have a lot of responsibility going on right now, and you just don't know how to fix this or how to get to the solutions to your problems. So love may not even really be on your radar. You may be leaning more into trying to find solutions to what you have going on with your money, your career, or your responsibilities, your day by day. Yeah, you're hoping things will turn around for you. But I think you're learning a lot about how you have to be careful with the people that you associate with or bring into your life because they can set you back. So for some of you, you may have went through a divorce, a separation, or a breakup where you had to kind of pick up the pieces and kind of rebrand your career, your life, you know, how you're doing things, because now there's a lot of extra responsibility. If that's not your story, just in general, you got a lot going on, okay? And I don't know what that is because I'm reading for thousands of Libras. It's different for all of you. But Spirit is saying really rethink your approach. Don't be scared to delegate, and don't be scared to make some adjustments to what you're doing. Yeah. Don't be scared to delegate, and don't be scared to make adjustments. And if you have a boss or somebody at work that's putting a lot of burdens on you, again, don't be scared to delegate, or, you know, let them know, hey, I have limits, because you got a lot going on in your energy, Libra, and you don't need any extra stress right now. So be careful with that. Okay. Let's leave you with some advice. Zena says, hey, Miss Mika, so true. Yes, all of that. Yes, yes, yes. So what advice do we have for Libra moving forward this week? We have the Hierophant and we have the Devil. So Spirit wants you to really focus on kind of like thinking about things that are going to benefit you. Like, be very intentional with learning about ways to be more efficient in your love life, in your career. If you have a business, with your business, whatever you have going on, be very intentional with how you go about things. And you may realize that you may need to move some things around. And again, I'm reading for thousands of Libras, so I don't know what that means. You may need to consider letting some people go if you have a business. It may be if you work with someone, work for someone, you may need to consider saying no to certain tasks or things. Like, learn what's going to work for you, what's going to make you feel peaceful, because I think your happiness and your peace is everything right now this week, and that's the priority. Yeah, boundaries are key. Boundaries are going to be key for you. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. It's a lot. It's a big learning curve this week of just analyzing some things. Queenie says facts, boundaries. Yeah. You know, Libras, you guys are very, very kind people. So just don't let people take advantage of you. I think that's the message as well. All right, Scorpio is up. We have any Scorpios here? Scorpio. All right, Scorpios in the building. Don't forget, guys, I do offer personal readings at my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, there's the link right there to book your session. And if you hang around with us today, I may do some mini reads. So get ready. Get ready to ask those questions, but hold the questions until we get to Pisces. I'm only going to do a few, by the way. I'm not going to do a lot of them. Just a few. All right, let's do this, Scorpio. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Scorpio expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Ace of Swords. The Hangman. Why the Hangman? Knight of Cups. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Four of Wands and the King of Cups in the reverse. Someone wants to talk to you about love, commitment, romance. Maybe before they didn't realize that they needed to like really come in strong, but they're going to start to kind of really switch it up. This could be somebody new, or it could be someone you're familiar with. I'm getting both energies. For a lot of you, it's someone from your past wanting to make things right. They can't go on without you. I think they feel a little disappointed in themselves that they didn't see your worth and value when they had you in their life. It's something very significant about how much this person is addicted to you. They can't shake you. You're all they think about. You have a very strong hold on them that they can't deny. Like I'm getting, even if you haven't spoken to this person in months or years, they still feel so drawn to you. They can't stop thinking about you. And that's what's triggering them to say, no, I need to go ahead and just suck it up and embrace this beautiful love story. Patricia says facts already. There is a very clear understanding this person has about you, that you're someone that is going to demand respect. Like you're not going to just settle for games, manipulation, toxic behavior. I think this is also someone that was not the committal type. And that was a turnoff for you as well, Scorpio. And they're realizing that they may have self-sabotaged this relationship because they were not open to embracing the love that you were giving them. Now, keep in mind, if you're a cross watcher, a Scorpio could have done this to you. What is their intentions, though, moving forward? Like, it seems good right now. All right, we got the Magician and the Three of Cups in the reverse. And the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. I think more than anything, They miss what you gave them or did for them more than like, I gotta have you because I love you. It's more like I miss the scorpionic experience and the benefits of being with Scorpio. It can't be duplicated. They're addicted to the rush, the excitement, the exchange, but they're still giving off non-committal energy to me. Because this is someone who kind of likes their independence. That's what I'm noticing about them. Until they start realizing that they can't make it on their own. So they're a bit contradictory. It's kind of like they say, I want you because I need you, but yet I know you want commitment. So I might need to just be alone. What does this person want with Scorpio? They're very wishy-washy. They want to at least keep you in their life, keep you around until they figure it out. So it feels like someone that has the ability to string you along for years. You may have even experienced that with this person where the relationship feels very stagnant and doesn't go far because they just don't really level up. You may have noticed that about them. They never level up. And that's because they're very immature. They're not at your level. Majestics Tarot says, yup, you're right, Mika. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, this is someone who's not at your level. Like, they can like the experience. They can like what you're bringing. They can appreciate it. But the person's problem is they're not mature enough to be able to give you that experience because they're a Page of Cups in reverse. They're very codependent. They're very unestablished. And instead of being honest with you and saying, hey, I'm not mature enough for a stable relationship with you, but I like being with you, they just say, yeah, I can be all these things. And they know they can't. How does Scorpio feel about this person? You feel disappointed with the Five of Cups in reverse that this person wasted your time. You feel like this is a time waster, a habitual time waster, and you don't got time for it. I think you realize that you settled on this one because they were never really mature enough to handle an Empress. Yeah, a lot of you Scorpios may not realize this, but you're actually an Empress. You're up here, you're Beyonce, and they're a page. They're down here. They're a peasant, okay? You're Beyonce, they're a peasant, no matter the gender, male or female. So it just would never work. This is like two people that are just not compatible whatsoever. They're just not, they're not a match. They can be a Capricorn, a Gemini, a Pisces, a Libra, a Cancer, a Scorpio, an Aquarius. All right. Let me know if it resonates. Could be any sign though. That's the main energies coming through. Or Sagittarius. All right, we're going to look at your money and career. No sign bashing, guys. We're not going to bash any signs in the chat. All right, let's see. What can Scorpios expect in their money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the King of Wands, the Seven of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So I'm going to be honest with you, Scorpio. You're going to be faced with a lot of challenges, Okay, I think this is going to be a very challenging week for you in your business, or a challenging week with your workplace. You're going to be faced with a lot of tasks or a lot of things that you need to get accomplished. I think you're cut out for it, because with the King of Wands, a lot of you guys are very responsible. People look up to you, and maybe they're giving you these tasks or these responsibilities to do because they know you're good for it. You're going to make it happen. But oh my gosh, it's going to feel like you're going crazy. So get some rest, okay? Pace yourself, don't overdo it, and be willing to let people know, like, hey, I'm only one person here. Hello. Yeah. Like, let people know that you need to be respected. But yeah, I think there's a lot of challenges because people look at you as a boss, a leader. Some of you guys are leaders, bosses, supervisors, or just have a lot of influence. Even if you have a business, you know, you may get a lot of clients or a lot of demands from your clients, things of that nature. So yeah, be patient with yourself with the process. Don't be so impulsive to try to get everything done. You need to just kind of like take care of you first. Take care of you first. So yeah, busy week ahead. Be prepared, y'all. Here they come. Patricia says, yes, it resonates. And Mary says, yes, it resonates. Awesome. Some advice for Scorpios. What we got? What advice do we have for Scorpios for this week? We have the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Page of Swords in reverse and the Hangman in the reverse. Don't ignore how you feel. If you feel, you know, down, overwhelmed, like you're just carrying a lot, rest. Take a break. Look out for you. Okay. Put you first. Like I said, this is going to be one hell of a week, Scorpio. It really is. So Spirit is saying, be mindful of this and allow yourself grace. Don't get burnt out, because I think a lot of you guys will be holding on to all of this stress and burden and all that you're doing, when you got to really think about yourself, being selfish, okay? Really think what's going to benefit you. It may hurt some people, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm getting something significant about resting, self-care, healing, all of that kind of stuff. And if you are a business owner, like my boy Michael, definitely consider delegating. You know what I'm saying? Delegating, doing, you know, take some of the load off. Yeah. Michael says, you are very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. Again, let me know if it resonates. We're now doing Sagittarius. Saggy Waggies. Any Sagittariuses out there? Bree Prince is in the building. Hey, girl, hey. Representing for Sagittarius. I think Mela is here. Melissa's here. Hang in there, Jammy. Jammy says, I'm here and suffering, girl. Hang in there, girl. You got this. One day at a time. You know, if you are hearing any of my readings and you feel like, oh, some of this stuff is really, really hitting me, and I feel stuck, I feel like I'm suffering, I feel like I'm overwhelmed, ask yourself, what do you need in your life in this moment that's going to be healthy and beneficial to you, that's going to make you happy? What can you do to make your life less overwhelmed? For some of us, it could be, like Jamie said, money. Well, go ahead and start pouring into investing in a financial literacy course. I recommend Jamie Dave Ramsey, Financial Peace University. After my divorce several years ago, I went on a big spiritual journey of healing, but also pouring into figuring out how to get myself to a better financial space. And today I'm so happy to say I'm debt free because of his program. So if you need to really get your money in order, I recommend that. Now, I'm not a sponsor. I'm just a success story from his program. And one of the beautiful things is, as being a homeowner, having a car, having all these different things, I was able to pay for a lot of things with cash because of his program. You know how some people go to a car dealership and they see a car that they like and they're like, oh yeah, I want that car. And they write a check. That was me. That was me. So the car that I got, it was $30,000. And it was around COVID. And remember, like I said, I had been doing his program and I ended up saving a lot of money. So not only did I get out of debt, I had a big savings emergency fund. And because I was investing a lot in working, side hustling, like grinding, I didn't date. I didn't focus on no love. I was just going hard. Boom, boom, boom. Following his program, saving my money. I wasn't eating out. I was cooking, I was cutting corners. I know how to survive, okay? I've had humble beginnings, but because I was going through the divorce, I needed to make sure that my money was right. So what I ended up doing was I paid off all of my debt. The only debt I had was my house and my student loans. And so because of that, I was able to start to put money into my Roth IRA account, my retirement account, and also have money in my savings. And I'm not going to say how much money I had in my savings, but it was a hefty number, okay? It was a very healthy number to where I was able to go to the dealership and write a check, okay? That when I wrote that check, my hand was trembling. And the guy was like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" And I said, "No, I'm not okay." I'm not okay. But I needed the car because my other car that I had, the engine started acting up. "Hey, Kendall, how you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see." So I had no choice. And during that time when I was in the market for used cars, because I wanted to pay full cash for a used vehicle, I had enough money in my savings account to pay full cash. I wasn't getting a good warranty. And I didn't feel like I was getting a good deal. Now, mind you, I was a single woman. And I'm like, I don't need no clunker. I need something that's going to get me to where I need to go. So that's when I said, I'm going to just get a brand new car. So I did. That was my first time purchasing a brand new car. And I didn't want to, but I ended up putting $15,000 down. And then the other $15,000, because I didn't want to totally milk all of my savings, because I'm like, what if something happens to my house? What if I get sick? What if my son, So I wrote the check for $15,000. And then I told myself I'll pay off the car within a year. And I did. I paid off the car way before the year was up. I wrote a check for $15,000. True story. Yeah, I was like this. Right? The check. And I handed it to him. That man, he took that check. He was like, "You okay?" And I was like, But to have a brand new car, no car note, and we know our rent, our mortgage, and our car note are one of the most expensive bills that we have. So to not have a car note, and not have a car note for years to come, y'all. I paid that car off before it even hit the year. I got a 2022 car, and I bought the car in 2021. And before 2022 hit, the car was paid for. Well, it was like upwards of like the beginning of 2022. So I had a brand new car paid for, cash. and I still have money in the bank. And when things like my air conditioning messed up in my house, when my fence start messing up, I was able to call somebody and pay cash for it. So Jamie, when I tell you that program is great, it does require you to get very uncomfortable. You're going to have to live way beneath your means, like you really poor, even if you're not, to get completely out of debt. And so that way, if you ever need money, you are the bank. Okay. Your savings account is the bank. You don't need to go to get no title loan. You don't need to go get no credit card. You don't need to do none of that because you got money in the bank, honey. Okay. You get your car need tires. I needed some new tires for my car. Guess what? Here you go. Nothing. My son's graduation and all that kind of stuff. And when he needed a car, here you go. I got him a car. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense. And because I have that strong work ethic, because I was a part of that program, I've always been a hustler. I've always been a hustler. But I went into overdrive with that because I knew I was single and going through a divorce and I needed the money. And it's so peaceful, Jamie, when you don't have financial burdens and stress, when you literally can go on Amazon, Shein, and go in the store or go to the gas station and not have to worry about how, like literally, I can go to the store right now. I'm going to tell you how my life is changed. I can go into the store right now, and if I want to just if I see something I want, I just put it in there in the bag. I don't look at the price. I just go to checkout and I'll be like, oh dang, I spent $120 something. Okay, that was a lot, but I'm not hurting for money, so it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with my son with his senior year. You know, I'm just paying for stuff. When I had the surgery, same thing. You know, going on trips, cruises, y'all see me on the channel. When I took y'all on the cruise, I paid cash for that. So it's all about being disciplined, saving, but you have to humble yourself, Jamie, to live way beneath your means. When I say step on back, all the way back and stop spending money, it sucks. But I was in that space for a few years, and now today, I'm good. And I work for fun. I make money for fun. Everything that I make for this business, I have a separate business account. I'm going to tell you how Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance is. All the money that I earn from this business, I don't even touch it. I literally just stockpile it, and then I use it as like an emergency situation type of money. So when I say I don't really do this for the money, I don't. I really do it for fun. And then if I make, you know, a hefty amount of money from it, cool. But I don't need it to survive. Because what you guys don't know is I have other streams of income as well. And I'm about to start another business anyway. I know, y'all. I know. I have a whole nother business I'm launching. Or let's call it rebranding. And I'm going to be making money from that. But again, it's because I'm single and I don't have a lot of other things going on. Plus, my son is a senior. He's about to go off. So I have time on my hands. Why not? Why not get to the bag? And I tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, if you're single, you should be getting to the bag. Why are you sitting there not doing anything? You could be working at fast food. You can be working at a grocery store. You can have your day job and then work at night, work weekends. Why are you not getting your money? You don't have nothing else you're doing. If you have a talent, start a platform and then tie it to a business of doing something outside of the platform. Like me, I've always had a spiritual gift. And I've always loved tarot. But I've also got a bachelor's degree in communication. So I've always loved to content create, and I wanted to do that. So what better way than to create a hobby that has become a business? Doing something I love, but making money. And that's the key. Find something you're good at. If you're good at cooking, girl, get you out there and start making you some plates and sell them for $20, $15 a plate. Okay. If you know how to sew, you better get on Facebook Marketplace and tell them folks you know how to do seamstress and sewing, or start making some dresses and selling them locally. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to do hair, honey, you better be letting people know you can do that hair. Yeah. So that's funny. I said seamstress. You made up your own prom dress. That's cool. So that is what it's about. But his program is called Financial Peace Universities. Jamie, I'm going to put it in the chat because I believe in you. I'm not a sponsor. I just know it works, and it really changed my life. Like, it changed my life. The program is like $100. And anytime I have clients who want like some help with getting some financial support, this is the program that I direct them to. Hold on a second. How many of y'all have heard of it, of Dave Ramsey? And as a Christian myself, it is a Christian base. He's a Christian based type of financial guru. So be prepared to be learning a lot about the Lord as well. But, you know, I'm a Christian, so I can appreciate what he talks about and about, you know, giving and serving and stuff like that. Okay. There we go. That's the link that I wanted. I was like, why can't I find the link that I'm looking for? Oh, you took that course, Melissa? See, some people know about it. Yeah. And it's really good. It makes sense. It makes sense. It works. And for people that don't have financial literacy, like say, for example, if you grew up in a household where you have people that were not very financially responsible, this could be a game changer for you. Oh my gosh, the link is so long, it won't let me put it in there. Okay, let me see if I can find a smaller link. Oh my gosh, why are they doing this? Okay, here we go. Sorry, Sagittarius. I'm going to get to y'all in a second. I'm sorry. All right, that's the link right there. So if you click on that, Jamie, you'll read all about it. Right now it's $129, but it's worth it because what it does is it educates you on how to get out of debt, stay out of debt, and they have an actual like structured program. And he uses a baby step process in order for you to get to where you want to go. It's phenomenal. It's worked for me. It's great. Check it out. That's the link for anybody else that wants to get their money right. Highly recommendable. And it's common sense, really. But a lot of us are going to have to get uncomfortable if we want to see our money to change for the better. Okay. So there you go. I hope you enjoy that resource and you find it helpful. We're doing Sagittarius now. You're very welcome. Okay, let's do this, Sagittarius. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Sagittarius expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through, hold on a second, let me reshuffle that. You know, it's watch what happens live, you know what I'm saying? Watch what happens live. All right, let's try that again. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Sagittarius expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the World in the reverse. The King of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Lovers and the Six of Cups in the reverse with the Five of Cups that fell out. All right. This energy is very electric. Okay, as you can see, the cards are jumpity. They're flying everywhere. This person has a mission. And their mission is to keep you in their life. They don't want you to get away. And no matter how long it's been, Sagittarius, since you've heard from this person, interacted from this person, because I feel like there's been some time, they haven't totally given up on you. Because they feel like you guys are destined to be together, soulmates. And they hate the fact that you guys have had a very rough past. But even though things have been rough, they can't deny how they feel about you. You know what really draws them to you, Sagittarius, is the fact that you are very stable, very abundant. You have a lot to offer. And that is the worth and value that they're clinging on to. It's just very sad to them that you are giving up on this. They understand that, and they can't deny that they have caused their own demise, but they don't want to just accept that it's over. That's something they don't want to accept, but they know that they messed up, okay? They were refusing to really embrace this relationship because they were going against the grain. They were doing their own thing. You know, you may have called this person out on their behavior. You may have let them know that there's things about them that they needed to change. But they weren't willing to make those sacrifices. And you had a very, very important decision to make. Either accept them for who they are or to move forward. So this is this person's lifestyle. This is that person's religious view. There's a lot of things about them that just doesn't align with you. And they want to really try to heal that and change their image or impression of how you see or view them. What is their intentions moving forward? To figure you out, but they're having a hard time figuring out how to fix this. So they're just, you know, faced with a lot of challenges right now. It's exhausting to, number one, have so much love for you, Sagittarius, and can't get to you, but it's also a lot for this person because they know that they've screwed up. So it's a lot of guilt backed by their energy at this time as well. Anybody else coming towards Sagittarius? Because I'm like Bree Prince. Like, can this person just disappear already? You know? Yes, with the Ace of Swords, a lot of you Sagittarius will be communicating with someone else. I think you're going to be going in between dating, getting to know people, talking to people, but also resting and chilling. Some of you Sagittarius will just be like doing your own thing while you're dating. Others of you will just be kind of like considering dating. So I'm getting not really jumping in. I'm just getting kind of like lukewarm, if that's a thing. And I think it's fear. I think a lot of you Sagittarius are scared of choosing wrong. So you're thinking very strategically. You're proceeding with a lot of caution moving forward in your love life. You're not rushing things. I think in the past you may have found yourself rushing into relationships a little bit too fast, only to attract the wrong partners for you. So this time you're doing things a lot more differently. And that's a good thing. That's really a good thing. Your past person could be a fixed sign: Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. Definitely getting fixed. They're definitely fixed with how they believe and what they think. They could also be a Pisces. We have Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. Let me know if it resonates. That's what I have for your love life. Let's look at your money and career now, Sagittarius. So what about Sagittarius's money and career? What can they expect in their money and career? Melissa says on point, past person was a Leo. We have the Magician in the reverse. And the Six of Swords in the reverse. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Cups and the Justice in reverse. A lot of you Sagittarius are currently in a workplace or in a current work situation that's not really benefiting you. You're kind of feeling like there's not a lot of growth here, or it's not moving in the right direction. You need to see and experience more. But a lot of you guys are forcing yourself to stay here until you find something better. Yeah. You don't want to be here, but you're trying your best to consider something else. I think you've reached your wits' end with this situation. What's going on with Saggy with this? Yeah, it's unstable. It's not secure. It's not good. It's a lot of things going wrong here. Your energy is a bit frustrated with this environment. It seems very toxic, very low vibrational, not serving you or something like that. And you're just like, I'm over it, Mika. I'm over it. Yeah, it just keeps getting worse. So yeah, I think you're making a right choice by disconnecting from this if that's the plan, for sure. All right, let's look at some advice on what you need to know moving forward for this week. Trisha says, you're right, Mika. I was in a toxic workplace and I'm not going back. Yes, ma'am. MMKFT says, great reader. Much love from South Africa. Nice. Hello, hello. What can Sagittarius just expect this week? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? We have the Seven of Wands and we have the Page of Wands. Be willing to protect yourself, Sagittarius. You're going to have a lot of things coming at you this week that is just not so pleasant. And this has a lot to do with, you know, your ex, workplace environment, you know, people. I'm also getting, if you are dating, you may feel a little disappointed by what you find out there, but don't give up. These are all challenges. Make sure you stand in your power and demand respect from whoever is coming towards you. Exes, toxic work people, toxic environments, whatever challenges you're being presented, don't let people just treat you any kind of way. I think you have to prioritize your standards, your boundaries, more than anything. That's going to make you feel more at peace. All right. I love that for you, Sagittarius, that you are definitely considering, you know, detaching from things that no longer serve you. I feel like this is a very transformative time in your life, but you are going to definitely be put through a lot of spiritual tests. So keep going. You got this. You got this. Mela says it resonates, and you call out both of my exes. That's getting on my dang nerves. It's a Virgo and a Pisces. All right. Let's now go to Capricorn. Capricorn. If you have any specific questions, be sure you guys book a personal reading with me at MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. No personal readings in the chat, please. Here we go, Capricorn. Trisha says, thank you. You were on point. Amen. God bless you. God bless you too, Trisha. Thank you for sharing that. And if you are enjoying this reading, like Trisha and all the other beautiful souls here on this live, be sure you guys hit the like button. Show your girl some love and support. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Happy Sunday, everyone. Kim's here. She's a Capricorn. Veronica's here. Let's do it, Capricorn. Mela says, you're spot on. And I've been job hunting for a while. You're talking on my life. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. See, I be trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all folks that be watching me don't think I'm real. I'm just playing. Y'all think I'm real. I am. I really am. I am the real deal. Some of the comments that I saw from my readings yesterday, you guys are so sweet. The new people are like, oh my gosh, you're so good. How did you know that? It's like you're a fly on the wall, or I can't believe you knew that. You know, it's kind of funny seeing people's reaction. All right, let's do this. Capricorn. January Capricorn Queen is here also. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Capricorn expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Cups with the Ten of Wands. You got someone who is a smooth operator that's going to be reaching out to you. They can be a wordsmith, but there's someone you can't trust. I'm getting someone who doesn't necessarily want a relationship with you. They just miss you. I'm getting they don't have anything else going on, so they're reaching out to you this week, hoping that you can hear them out, give them a shot. But this is definitely the type of person that will study you and learn as much as they can about you in order to use it against you. This is why in the dating phase, I always tell clients, be very careful and mindful with what you share with people because they can use that to their advantage. Now, this doesn't feel like someone new, Capricorn. I'm going to be honest. This feels like the controlling ex that doesn't like the fact that you are moving forward in your life. They want to come back because of the benefits of being with you is stable, but they don't want to really extend any real love offer. It feels like an opportunist. It feels like someone who is just coming in to use you and waste your time. Like, let's call it what it is. The stuff that nobody has time for. What is their intentions? Let's just confirm it. Yeah, Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah, putting you in the friends with benefits situationship or just let's hang out and have fun type of zone. They're not putting you in, I want to settle down, I want to build with you. No. And they're not changing that about them, Capricorn. And that's because they're trying to avoid having a tower moment, meaning they don't want you to be gone for good. I don't like it. The only reason why they're coming back is because they may have now been able to compare you to other people. And with these other options, because they're a page, because they're very immature and they don't have much to offer, they actually enjoy connecting with people like you because you do have a lot to offer. And that is what's making them come back. A lot of these other options just don't compare to you and they may not bring as much to the table as you. Very opportunist energy, for real. Yeah, fresh start, but that's what the fresh start is going to look like. Be careful, Capricorn, with this one. Let's see how you feel real quick. I don't like it. Very immature, by the way. You know this is your reading because this person was very, very immature, didn't have their crap together. And you just felt like you were wasting your time and being taken for granted. You still have feelings for them, Capricorn. And I think you're a bit frustrated that you still have feelings for them because you know how pathetic, as someone said in the chat, that they really are. And you can't stand how you feel. It would make you so happy if they would just level up. But let's be clear, Capricorn, this person can't. They're not there. They're not at your level. They're not emotionally, mentally, financially stable enough to give you the level of commitment that you're asking for. They're going to tell you they can, but it's a lie. And this is why you feel like it's one-sided. Like I said, it's like I'm psychic or something, like this person takes advantage. And that's what is the problem. So be careful with giving all that you have to offer to the wrong people. There was a big spiritual lesson here for a lot of you with that. Anybody new coming towards Capricorn this week? Five of Wands in the reverse and the Devil in reverse. A lot of you guys are scared to attach yourself to the wrong people. You look at it as a risk to date right now. And the reason why it's a risk is because you're still trying to detach yourself from this toxic situation. You still have feelings for this past person. So you're not even emotionally stable enough to open your heart to someone new. You think you are, but you're just not quite there. So you first have to be willing to let go of the dream the fantasy of what you thought this relationship was, because they were selling you a fantasy. They were not selling you the truth. And I think if you can lean into understanding that about them, it'll kind of make it all make sense and allow you to detach more and move forward. But until then, unfortunately, a lot of you guys may find yourself feeling stuck, like you can't find love, you can't find a person, but energetically it's because you still have this strong soul tie with this person. Yeah, be careful here. This person could be an Aquarius, a Libra, a Gemini, a fellow earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We also have Scorpio, Leo, yeah, and Aries. All right. Let's now look at your money and career. Remember, keep those personal reading questions to the website. So no personal questions in the chat. If you have a personal question about your unique situation, please book a reading with me at MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. All right, Capricorn, let's do this. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Capricorn's money and career. What can Capricorn expect in money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Six of Pentacles. That's good. The Seven of Cups in the reverse. And the Eight of Wands. Be careful who you invest in. Like, don't invest or buy or commit to anything you don't understand. Okay. If you are presented a contract, a job offer, a business deal, or something that someone is trying to present to you, be careful with committing to it if you have not dotted your I's and crossed your T's. Because if you don't do that, you could be, in fact, setting yourself up for something that really isn't deeply aligned to what you really thought you were signing up for. Yeah, I'm getting, for some of you, this could be like somebody pressuring you to do something, sign something, invest in something, and you have to make a decision quick. I wouldn't do that. Think about what's actually going to benefit you more. So remember, I'm reading for thousands of Capricorn, so it can be a lot of different things. Yeah, really think about it with the Four of Cups. That keeps coming up. So if there is a contract or something that someone presents, tell them you just need more time to look over it. You know, this is not saying it's a bad idea. Just make sure you're okay with whatever's being presented. Yeah. Because with the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, I really feel like you're like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Just give yourself some time to look over it. All right. Capricorn, let's give you some advice for this week. So what advice do we have for Capricorns for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? Veronica says, wow, Mika, I have an interview on Thursday. I'll definitely look into it. Yeah. Before you agree to the job, like say if you get a job offer or something, that can be the thing too, guys. Don't impulsively accept something. Like, make sure you look over it. It's something like that that's happening this week. All right. Advice. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, it keeps talking about being very strategic. and think about what's going to benefit you. And for some of you, this may be something about a leadership role, a commitment to a job or an opportunity, or like I say, a new business venture or a contract. And you see somebody's offering you something. And this is where Spirit is saying, before you take that cup, really think about it. Because you may have other contracts or other things that you can consider. Yeah. Yeah, it keeps emphasizing that it may not necessarily be what you want. So yeah, don't settle. All right. It's repeating the message, so it's somebody that needs to hear that. I don't know who it's for. And it may not make sense to you now, but maybe this week you'll be out and about and somebody says something or does something, or, you know, like Veronica, you have a job interview, they give you an offer or something, and you're like, should I, shouldn't I? That's the warning message. All right, we have Aquarius next. Aqua Gang. Thank you, Louisa. Thank you so much. She says she likes the color on me. All right, Aquarius, let's do this. Louisa says soul ties are hard when you have a child with them. You have to continue cutting the cord. It is harder, but you can still have boundaries. Just because you have children with someone doesn't mean you have to have any kind of romantic tie to them. You have to just consider treating it as a transactional experience. Sometimes if you have children, you may need to actually, if it's toxic, you may need to have a third party be that transaction, like transport the child for you or help you get the child to the person if it's that toxic. If it's not, then you don't really say much to them. The only communication you have is when are they going to pick them up? When are they going to pay their child support? And that's it. And the more you step away from thinking about them and start pouring into yourself, pouring into your goals, your energy, your life, the less and less you have to think about them. It's the same experience, no matter if you have children with somebody or whatever. You don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to connect with them. You can simply transport the child, drop the child off, and go. They can pick up the child and you leave. That's it. That's all it is. You don't have to be connected and be kumbaya, loving family. That's not required. That's not required. And if you're worried about the kids, how the kids feel, kids sometimes are happy that you left that toxic person because kids see y'all. And when they see that their parent, one of the parents are toxic, they're like, good, I'm so glad, Mom, you left that toxic man. You may not know this, but kids are resilient. They don't care. If they have a good relationship with their father, just let them spend time with their father. You don't necessarily have to spend time with their father when they're with them. Now, if there's a supervision order and you don't feel comfortable being there, then you need to get the courts involved and see if you can get someone to, you know, supervise or whatever. But there's always ways around that. So kids are never an excuse. Financial obligations are never an excuse. You just need to get everything legalized so it can be exactly that. And don't shy away from that, period. If that person tries to hoover or do whatever, ignore it or tell them, stop. This is my boundary. Boundaries are everything. Boundaries are everything. And you decide how that looks and what you're comfortable with. But I always say when you have children involved with a toxic person, go the legal route. And I'm not an attorney. I can't give no legal advice, but I always say get it legally in writing and hold them accountable. Some of y'all don't believe in child support, but to be honest with you, if you're dealing with a toxic person, they probably will not pay. They may start off a little bit and then they start letting up or they start switching up. Get it legalized So if they don't pay, they got a consequence to pay. All right. All right, Aquarius, let's do this. See, a lot of times women, we make excuses as to why we can't leave a toxic marriage, why we can't do this. No. I'd rather you women leave a toxic marriage or relationship and let your kids see you whole, happy, and in a healthy experience than you be suffering and be treated like crap. And that child is a sponge and learning and believing that that's what love looks like. They don't need to see that. And you don't deserve that. I hate when people say, I stayed because of the kids. But why? Why would you stay because of the kids? The kids can care less as long as they can still see their parents. That's all they care about if they have a good relationship with their parents. All right, I'm getting off topic. Let's do Aquarius now. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Aquarius expect in love for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Hangman in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Four of Wands. So someone really wants you to break the silence between them. They don't know what you have going on. And they are just very curious to know if you're single, if you're dating, if you have someone else. Like, why are you so quiet, Aquarius? Like, it would mean the world to them if they can just kind of know what you got going on. But they're giving off the impression that they're fine with the Nine of Cups. So this is someone who's single as well, Aquarius. And they're trying to make it seem like they're good without you, but that's not true. What will make them happy is to know that you are still available. Is that what I'm getting? Yes. With the Death in reverse, they definitely want to get back with you. They definitely want to not let this relationship end. How does Aquarius feel about this person? The Hierophant and the Four of Pentacles. You learned your lesson about protecting yourself, protecting your energy, protecting your standards and values. You no longer are willing to settle, Aquarius. And so you may come across selfish, but you don't care. A lot of you Aquariuses may also be considered dating or getting to know people or putting yourself out there again soon. And that's a good thing. And that's because, you know, I think you're ready. You have very strong values, standards. You know what you're looking for. And this is you putting in the work on yourself versus this person is just kind of like being stuck on you. All right. So anybody else coming towards Aquarius for this week, Spirit, besides this past person? Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. You know, I don't think a lot of you Aquarius are so quick to get into another relationship. I think for now, you're okay with just dating, putting yourself out there. If you are dating, some of you guys are still going to be at the house, like Mika. I think a lot of you guys are still a little disappointed in what happened in your past experience. So you're not too eager to go out there and have another relationship. You have options, though, with the Four of Cups, but you're just like, I don't know. Look at you. Four of Cups. Look at you. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, Aquarius. All right. It's every day is a battle. With the Five of Swords, you're mentally conflicted. One day you're like, okay, I'm ready to go out there and date. And then when you start getting the offers, you're like, I don't know. Aquarius, come on. You're being an Aquarius now. I need you to stop being an Aquarius. And I can say that officially because I'm an Aquarius too. Aqua gang. Past person or new offers could be water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I had that predominantly in their chart. A lot of water here. And we also got a lot of air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Taurus. Listen, and Leo. Be careful. Be careful with rejecting good offers. I'm going to say that, Aquarius, because I think you're ready. I think you're more ready than you believe you are, but you're kind of getting in your own way because you're a little scared. Scared of someone hurting you again or choosing the wrong partner. But you just gotta, you know, try. Just try. All right, that's what I have for love. Let's look at money and career now. So Spirit, tell me about Aquarius's money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026. What can they expect? We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. You know, I think you're working on building your confidence. And this can be in the area of love. This can be in the area of forward movement. I think you're kind of on cruise control, Aquarius, in your life. So it's not, your finances and your career and everything is not horrible. Nothing's going bad. I think you just put it on cruise control and you're good. But you may not confidently be ready to move past what you're familiar with. Yeah, I feel like love is on the brain, but then it's like that first step out. So even though this is supposed to be a career reading, I think career is fine, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. I think you're focusing on like, okay, career is fine, money's good. Let me focus on love, but I don't know if I'm ready for all that. And going back to the love. Yeah, in and out. Some days you date, some days you don't. Some days you feel like people and other days you don't. I get it. But at least your money and career looks pretty stable. All right, Aquarius, I'll leave you with some advice from Spirit. What advice do we have for Aquarius moving forward this week for August 2nd through August 9th? Make sure you consider the lessons from the past. What didn't work for you? What did work for you? And don't force anything to fit. Sometimes we can hold ourselves back because we're still stuck on our past. Meaning, even though Aquarius, you may have let go of this person in the 3D, on the spiritual realm, I think you are letting it affect your love life now. Meaning, whatever this person has done for you, and I'm reading for thousands of Aquariuses, it's kind of leaving a bad taste in your mouth about love and all humanity. So there's a strong disconnect. And Spirit is saying, really work on that about yourself. Because you have what it takes to find love. But you're kind of putting a big blockage in that experience when it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, you can make the right choices. You just have to take the first steps and let go of whatever disappointed you. Okay. All right. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Let me know if it resonates. Hey, Jamaica, how you doing? We're going to do Pisces. And I'm going to do just a couple of mini read, y'all. Just a couple of mini read questions. So if you have a mini read question, a dying question, you can ask any question you want. If you send a super chat of $20 or more, I'm going to answer it, okay? So super chat of $20 or more, I'll answer it for y'all. And I'll make it a I'll make it available for you guys. So $20 or more. I'm going to just do a couple. So the first few that come through. But we're going to do Pisces real quick first. All right, let's do Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. All right, let's do it. Judy says, thank you, Mika. Had my personal reading today and it was everything. She's letting y'all know her personal reading was everything, y'all. And she says, I hope you all book yours as soon as possible. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, girl, for looking out for me. And yes, I enjoyed meeting you and having our session today. It was amazing. So thank you so much for the shout out and the love. All right, Pisces, let's do it. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What can Pisces expect in their love life for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? We have the King of Cups, the Empress in the reverse, and the Four of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess in the reverse. All right. Someone has a lot of love for you, but they're kind of keeping it to themselves. Because they feel like your energy is a bit withdrawn. But you may not even know that this person is feeling that way. Thank you, Kelsey. Or was it Kaley? Kaley. Thank you, Kaley. I'm going to do your reading next. Hold on. Yeah, it's almost like they're keeping it to themselves too, because a part of them wants to pursue this with you, but the other parts of them wants to have their freedom. So it's a very inconsistent vibe this person has going on. Oh yeah, they are very strongly attached to their player ways and their toxic ways. And that's something they can't really just let go. I can tell this is someone who just likes to get around, but they really do have a lot of feelings for you. So it's a very difficult decision for them to make. I'm going to be honest. They don't know what to do. To be honest, they don't know what to do. Especially when you're not really showing a lot of interest right now. So they need a little bit of clarity with the Sun if this is going to lead to something substantial. And notice we got Pentacles. So I feel like they want to know if you're going to allow them to come into your life and be able to benefit by being with you. Yeah. While also investing in other people and other situations too. Two of Pentacles, player, okay? So this is someone who likes to have their cake and eat it too. The stuff that Pisces ain't got time for. And Pisces, you know who this is. This is a player. This is the time. This is a person that ghosts you here today, gone tomorrow. Like, they nasty. They for the streets. Is there anybody else coming towards Pisces? I'm not even going to look at your side because I know you probably don't want to deal with them. I think a lot of you Pisces are scared that you're going to invest in someone else like this person here. So a lot of you are just kind of overthinking new love and really feeling like you need to protect yourself because of this. So I don't think you're going to accept this person's offer, nor do I feel like if an offer were to come to you by a new person, you would be open to receive it with open arms. There's a lot of issues of trust because of what you've been through here. Yeah. So I think a transformation is needed in your energy. I think you're going through that right now. So as much as you do eventually, I feel like you do eventually want love, but you're still working on yourself, or you're still working on building up the trust in others. Something like that. All right, let's look at your money and career now. So what about Pisces money and career for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? What can they expect? We have the Page of Cups in the reverse and the Lovers in the reverse with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Be careful with people or things that are disappointing you in the workplace. That's keeping you stagnant and stuck, or almost feeling like things are not working out, but you're still holding on to it. I think a lot of you Pisces have a strong sense of loyalty to this job, to this career, to whatever you're trying to do here, but it's not working out for you. So I think you're hoping that things will get better, but let's be honest, I think it's not working out. So some changes have to be made. If it's about your money, I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting that you may not be satisfied with your money if you're having money issues, but you're not making the proper adjustments or changes, but you're just hoping things get better. So there has to be some moves, some adjustments physically. You have to do something different. And follow your intuition with where you need to go next. So I feel like following your intuition to do something about it is what I'm getting. I think you know you need to, but you want to believe that you don't need to address it, but it has to be addressed, okay? Whatever that is. It's thousands of Pisces I'm reading for, so I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave you with some advice. Leave you with some advice for this week. What advice do we have for Pisces spirit for the week of August 2nd through August 9th, 2026? Be patient with yourself. I do feel like there's been a lot of things in your life lately that have not been playing out in your favor, and you may feel like your finances are struggling, your career, your love life, a lot of things are just not going your way. But you got to address the issues. And that's something that I think you have to do, is address the elephant in the room, whatever that elephant is, and change it up. Change up whatever is not working. But I know change is hard. The human experience is we like the predictable and we like routine. We like things to be systematic and the same. But if it's not working, you gotta move. So it's not a bad reading. I think it's just a friendly reminder for you Pisces to keep going. Might have to get a little uncomfortable this week, but if you do, you may see some progress. I think you guys are scared of facing the issues because it's hard. You know, change is hard. Okay, change is hard. So yeah, that's what I have for you Pisces. Keep going. You got this. You got this. All right, we're going to go ahead and start our mini read portion. Remember, no questions in the chat unless you send a super chat. You have to send a super chat, and I am not time stamping these readings. I'm just going to answer them live. So if you send the super chat, go ahead and be prepared for me to answer your question live. First, we have Kaley. Kaley, are you still here? All right, perfect. All right, let's do it, girl. Kaley wants to know, what's the energy between her and her boss, Landon? Okay. So, Spirit, what is the energy between Kaley and her boss, Landon, right now in this moment? We have the Four of Cups in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I don't know what's going on with this energy. It feels like it's a big misunderstanding between both you and this person. And I think your boss just wants to move away from the misunderstanding by just moving on from this and focusing on someone or something else. I don't know if you guys have issues going on, and I don't know what these issues are. Let's see. What is the issue between you and Kelsey and this boss? Secrets. Okay. So it's something going on between you and them that this boss is not okay with. And so they're just choosing to move forward and just saying, you know, whatever. So if there was something romantic going on between you two, like secretly, they don't want to continue that. If this is work related, I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying that. If this was work related, I think there was a misunderstanding here and they just want to move past that. Okay. So this feels like something like, let's just move forward energy. Like, I don't want to, it was work related. Yeah. I just want to move past it. It's a misunderstanding. And that's pretty much it. Can you tell me what this work-related issue was? Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I don't know if this person was thinking about reprimanding you, like writing you up, firing you, demoting you, or something like that. And you're saying that it was probably a misunderstanding. So whatever decision was made here, I think your boss is just saying, hey, it is what it is. Let's just move forward. So whatever decision was made, it is what it is. I don't know if you want to share what that is, but it doesn't seem like your boss is thinking about it, worried about it, just moving on from it. And you may feel like it's a misunderstanding, but I don't think they really want to hear it out. I think they just want to move forward and feel like just focusing on something else. I think they're pretty confident in their decision, by the way, whatever that was. Does that make sense? So I don't know what reprimand you got. It feels like they have caused, like, I don't know if they wrote you up, fired you, or threatened to fire you. But they feel like whatever consequence or conversation you had was warranted. And you said there was a misunderstanding. Okay, so there it is. It's like I'm psychic or something. He didn't fire. Okay. Right. So yeah, I think you may have defended your case and he's like, okay, let's just move forward. Yeah. And he feels confident with whatever. All right. There it is. It's like I'm psychic. You didn't even tell me and I told you it was a misunderstanding. All right. Listen, y'all have not gotten mini reads from me in a long time. I'm putting it out there and only Kelsey has purchased. If you want a mini reading, because y'all been bugging me about mini readings, I'm willing to do them for $19.99. Super chat. Hello, somebody. Cheap. Almost a free 99. Come on now. Yeah, you said he might have thought, and yes, you did defend yourself 100%. Yeah, so he feels like he wants to move forward. So that's good. So just let it ride. Just, don't. I think sometimes when you have situations that have to be investigated in the workplace, they can only go based on the facts. But it seems like your boss seems to be pretty understanding, I guess, and just wants to move forward from it. That's what I'm getting. All right, last call for mini read, y'all. I'm about to close the live. Hello, does anybody want a mini read? If you do, send a super chat of $19.99 or more. And looking at my poll that I did on this live earlier, when I had someone try to tell me about my readings, talking about you don't do enough money and career readings, I only had 20% of y'all that was looking forward to the money and career portion of this video. And that furthermore proves my point to the hater out there that tried to tell me and negate my read. I know what I'm doing and I know what my audience wants to see. They want to know about love. And that's why I do mostly love readings. Thank you so much for participating in the poll, y'all. I appreciate it. Last call. All right, I'm about to end the live very soon because no one else would like a mini read. It's only $19.99 super chat, y'all, right now. Coming at you hot. Y'all been asking me questions in the chat. Hello. Hello. All right, y'all, I'm about to end the live. Thank y'all so much for coming to this live stream. I'm going to timestamp all of the readings. I also timestamp your reading, Kelsey, since you were the only one that got a reading today. Let me make sure I write that down. Your name. And unfortunately, y'all missed out. I mean, it's a great deal. You go to my website, you're going to spend a lot more money for readings, but it's all good. I'm going to sign off for this evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourself, collective.